Get a couple of volunteers from the audience. We need 2 people who know guns, preferably handguns, preferably .357 Magnums. Someone believes very strongly in the Second Amendment to our Constitution, and it was never in any way affiliated with the United States Postal Service. Who knows guns? How do you know guns there, sir?
Security.
Work security, do you know revolvers?
Yes, sir.
Right up here, would you please, sir? One more person with the same qualifications. All right, do you know guns there?
I was in the military, and I have several weapons at home.
Military? Right up here, would you please, sir? Wonderful. Only 2 rules to the gentleman on stage. Rule number 1, try to use the microphone when you speak. And rule number 2, do not cross that yellow line. What's your name, please, sir?
Dane.
Dane, take the microphone there. Dane, I'm going to move you right over here if you'll forgive me. Just don't cross that yellow line, Dane. What's your name, please, sir?
My name's Chris.
Chris, and what branch of the military, Chris?
Army.
Army. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have Dane, we have Chris, we do the magic bullets. We start with bullets that aren't magic at all. Just ordinary purse of bullets. Dane, picking one of the bullets from my purse, please. Chris, anyone can tell his purse. Examine those bullets carefully. Is that a real bullet over there, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Is that a real bullet there, Dane?
Absolutely.
Give your sign the bullet, just the tip. Make sure every quadrant has something, I don't care what, as long as you can recognize it from every angle. Phil agrees, you illuminate the first letter. You'll recognize that when you see it again, won't you, Dane?
Yep.
Now, as you can see, we have a slightly larger canvas, as it were, in the casing. Allow these gentlemen to draw whatever they want on that casing. What do you want to draw on the casing there, Chris?
I don't know, I'll just draw a flower on there.
Flower. What do you want to draw on the casing there, Dane?
How about a lightning bolt?
A lightning bolt, taking care of business like Elvis. Okay, draw your blue lightning bolt right there. Nicely done. So you see under his initials, he's drawn a lightning bolt. It's primitive, but shows a great deal of promise there, you can see that. And I'm sure he's drawn a fine flower. Beautiful flower, beautiful flower. Well, I doubt either of you is a glazier, but all the same, as you examine that piece of glass, just a piece of glass, even tap with a microphone makes our sound man crazy. Is that a real piece of glass over there, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Real piece of glass there, Dane?
Yes, sir.
Here's what's gonna happen to this bullet, which is signed on the tip by Dane, with the lightning bolt drawn in the casing by Dane. We're gonna move the tip, just the part that travels, the copper-covered lead part, to that side of the stage. Take that bullet, which is signed on the tip by Chris, with a flower drawn in the casing by Chris. We're gonna move the tip, just the part that travels, the copper-covered lead part, to this side of the stage. But we're gonna do that all without anyone crossing that yellow line. It's called the magic bullets. To do the magic bullets, we need magic wands, and we're using Colt Python .357 Magnum magic wands. It's exactly the way you can buy any gun shop, with the one addition of a laser sight, which only a nut would put on a handgun. I'd like you gentlemen to examine these weapons. Please check that out, would you please, Dane? Make sure the barrel has not been obstructed in any way. Is that a real gun over there, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Is that a real gun there, Dane?
Yes.
Because others have handled these weapons, we're gonna give a quick once-over, and now we're going to load them up. Step right beside me, would you please? Dane, I want you to see your initials. I want you to see if I rotate that, your lightning bolt, see that right there?
Yep.
Put your finger on top of that, would you please, Dane? See my hand's empty?
Yep.
It's gonna rotate and click it, so next round fired, and Teller and Chris are doing similarly on their side of the stage. Now, Dane and Chris, I suggest you keep your eye on these guns, because these bullets, they have your names on them, don't they? Yeah, they really do. Now, Chris, the next hunk of the show gets a little hairy. I want to get you out of harm's way. If you'd be kind enough, please, Chris, to the bottom of the stairs there. We'll set you up right there. Right to the bottom of the stairs over there, Chris. Dane, you've already guessed. Right over the symmetrical position, right over here at the bottom of the stairs. There's a moment in this trip that's a wee bit loud. We're going to warn you before that moment. I'll say the word ears. I'll say it once, I'll say it loudly, I'll say it clearly. When I say the word ears, please put your fingers in your ears. Nothing fancy, just like this, just like if Clay Aiken were singing on stage or something. And don't be cavalier about this. Your hearing is very precious. You don't want to jeopardize it for the likes of us. Now, a lot of people are very frightened by handguns, but there are 4 rules. If everyone were to follow these 4 rules, no one would ever be hurt by a handgun accidentally. Rule number 1, always treat every gun as though it were loaded unless you yourself have checked it. Rule number 2, always be sure of your target. Rule number 3, keep your finger off the trigger till your sights are on the target. And rule number 4, never point a gun at anything unless you intend to destroy it. The magic bullets. Now, Chris, at the beginning of this bit, you shined a bullet and loaded it into that weapon right there. Is that right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Step up to the yellow line. Don't cross it, just hang 10. Hey, Chris, see a bullet, my teeth?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hold your hand up so I can spit in it. Recognize that bullet, Chris?
Yes, I do.
Is that the one you signed?
Yes, it was.
I don't know how much about forensics, Chris, but has it been through the barrel of a gun?
Yes, it has.
Rifling, powder burns, so
Yes.
on? Stand right there, would you please, Chris? Now, Dane, being this bit we first met, you signed a bullet. Loaded that weapon right there, is right, Dane?
Yes.
So that yellow line, don't cross it. See a bullet in his teeth?
Yes.
Let's spin your hand, would you please, sir? Sir, do you recognize that bullet, sir?
Yes, I do.
Is that the one you signed, sir?
Yes, it is.
Has it been through the barrel of a gun, sir?
Absolutely.
Step over to me, would you please, Dane? Chris, stand. Tell her some loose ends to tie up here. Turning off the laser sight. Opening the cylinder. One casing there. Reach in and pull that out yourself, would you please? Give that a whiff there, Dane. Has that been fired there, Dane?
Yes.
What's on the side of it there, Dane?
Lightning bolt.
Who drew that lightning bolt, Dane?
I did.
Reach into there, would you please, Chris? Give that a whiff, Chris. Ah, it's a great smell, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, sir, it is.
What's on the side of it there, Chris?
It's the flower I drew.
Flower you drew, stand right there, would you please, gentlemen? A couple more things you might be interested in. Now, Dane, without hurting yourself, would you prove to yourself that that bullet hole goes all the way through that piece of glass? Is it going all the way through there, Dane?
Yes.
All the way through?
All the way.
Is it going all the way through there, Chris?
Yes.
Well, the whole world is now a bullet hole. Chris Dane, you may keep the bullet, you may keep the shell. Good luck getting those on the airplane.